In this week's retro news, there is a prequel animated Transformers movie that is gonna be made. Also, there is a fan-made Ghostbusters movie that just came out, and Mad Magazine, they are gonna be making a live-action spy versus spy movie. So stay tuned for all that news and more coming up. What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, your number one source for retro pop culture and news. To start off the news, it was reported over at Deadline.com that there is a animated Transformers prequel movie that's going to be made by Hasbro and Paramount Studios. The movie is going to focus on the relationship of Optimus Prime and Megatron, and it's going to take place on Cybertron, way before they ever crash landed on Earth. As far as prequels go, this movie is not associated with the 1986 Transformers movie. It's going to be separate apart from the live-action Transformers series that came out and the Bumblebee spinoff. Deadline wasn't clear on what Transformers universe that this prequel is going to be for, or if it's going to be starting a brand new Transformers universe, but it is going to focus on Optimus Prime and Megatron, and that is a big deal. I think this is something that we really need. We've seen both of them in Transformers movies throughout the years, but why do we even care about these two beings? I think that this is something that I'm really glad that Hasbro is finally going to delve deeper into. So let me know what you think about this news. Do you hope that they go with the Gen 1 animation, or do you kind of hope that they kind of Michael Bay it again? Let me know in the comments down below. Then before we move on, I know that Ghostbusters Afterlife, it's been delayed, but in the meantime, there is a Ghostbusters fan film that just came out, and man, it's pretty good. It's about 40 minutes long, and if you want to know more about it, I'll link to it down below. Now on to our next news. There is going to be a live-action adaptation of Mad Magazine's Spy vs. Spy cartoon strip. It's actually been in development for a pretty good while, over a decade now. And Spy vs. Spy, it's a comic strip that was debuted by Mad Magazine in issue number 60 in 1961. It's one of my favorite parts of Mad, and it's really awesome to see that they're finally moving forward with making a film about these two spies. Also, it's been announced that Ron Howard and Brian Grazer, they're going to be producing the film. So maybe we're going to see The Rock as one of the spies in this film, since he's been in 3 recent movies with Ron Howard. Central Intelligence, Skyscraper, and Netflix has an upcoming movie called Red Notice. Then a favorite comedy show that I watched growing up called The Carol Burnett Show. Some of you might have heard of it. It's actually won 25 Emmy Awards over the years. Shout Factory TV just announced that on June 1st, 2020, all 11 seasons of The Carol Burnett Show are going to be available for viewing on streaming platforms. But on May 30th and 31st, Shout Factory TV is going to be kicking things off by making a weekend-long marathon. It's going to be on almost all of the streaming platforms to watch, so stay tuned. For the next news, episode 2 of the newly revived Fraggle Rock show is out this week. This is actually the second episode, and something that I didn't know about this new show is that it was filmed entirely on Apple iPhones from home. The episodes are actually only about 6 minutes long, so if you like Fraggle Rock growing up, it's a way to get your fix again. The show's actually called Fraggle Rock On, and you can watch it on Apple TV right now. Then moving on to some retro tech and gadget news, Casio, they just released a new G-Shock watch. This thing is super hot and it's on back order right now, so if you're into the 80s G-Shock, I'll link to their site so you can be ready when it's in stock again. Also, there's a 1930s inspired retro car that you can pick up for about $5,400. It goes about, well, between 25 and 37 miles an hour based on the motor that's in it, but it's still a really cool throwback to the 1930s and not a bad price either. And since we're all stuck in the house right now, I found a website where you can actually construct the computer from your childhood or build an entire computer museum at home with these little paper models that are free to download and share. All you have to do is print, cut, score, fold, glue, and now you have your own 80s computer. Then real quick, here are a few more stories that I'll also link to down in the description. There's a trailer for the upcoming 7th season of Reno 911, and it looks just about as good as the series has ever been. LeBron James posted a teaser for his upcoming movie Space Jam 2, A New Legacy. So he's hinting at what the title is going to be. And there were both a Goonies and a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air virtual reunion this weekend, and I'm going to link to both of those down below in the description. There is a live-action Goosebumps series that has been announced, and it looks like the next person that's going to be getting a biopic movie is going to be none other than Janet Jackson. And that, my friends, is the news for the week. Be sure to check out our next video that is right over there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.